sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH5 financing terms and cash equivalency. PG9 amortization. Notes print. Leave a comment. Amortization. Mortgages are typically amortized or paid off in various fashions, except for creative interest-only loans that have become popular in recent years where you pay interest only for a stipulated period. Amortization is defined as the process of retiring a debt or recovering a capital investment, typically through scheduled, systematic repayment of the principal. It comes from the Latin amort, which means to kill. So, by making payments, the borrower is literally killing off the loan. End of page. Chapter start. 27%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH5 financing terms and cash equivalency. PG10 amortization, fixed rate. Notes print. Leave a comment. Amortization, fixed rate. There are many patterns that can be followed when amortizing a loan. Fixed rate mortgage, a mortgage with an interest rate that does not vary over the life of the loan. This was the first kind developed, and is still the most common type of amortization schedule. The payment is determined through the use of financial tables, or a financial calculator, more on this later. The amount paid each month or each period is fixed in amount. However, the interest is paid first on the remaining balance, and then the rest of the payment amount is applied to reduce the principal. The illustration below is, for purposes of simplicity, the breakdown of the first 3 years' payments of a $100,000 mortgage at 10% interest for a 30-year period and annual payments. The annual payment is $10,607.92. Note that in the first year, $10,000 goes to interest, and only $607.92 goes to reduction of principal. Payment. Balance. Interest. Principal. 1. $100,000. $10,000. $607.92. 2. $99,392.08. $9,939.21. $668.71. 3. $98,723.37. $9,872.34. $735.58. End of page. Chapter start. 27%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH5 financing terms and cash equivalency. PG11 amortization. Notes print. Leave a comment. Amortization. Therefore, with every payment the amount of principal paid off and interest paid varies. At the beginning of the loan period, almost all your payment goes towards interest and very little towards principal. You might have a 20-year loan, but after 5 years of payments you are nowhere near reducing the loan amount by 25%. Take a look at the chart below. It shows graphically what happens with a 30-year loan with monthly payments. As you can see, after 15 years, the remaining balance is still about 75%. End of page. Chapter start. Residential sales comparison. Residential sales 27%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH5 financing terms and cash equivalency. PG12 balloon mortgage. Notes print. Leave a comment. Balloon mortgage. A balloon mortgage is defined as a mortgage that is not fully amortized at maturity and requires a lump sum, or balloon, payment of the outstanding balance. This is another example of the creative financing that grew up in the 1970s and 1980s. In periods of rising interest rates, lenders were reluctant to lock themselves in for long periods of 10 or 30 years with fixed-rate mortgages. They were more amenable with shorter-term loans. However, to keep the payments affordable, they might write a loan based on a 30-year payout schedule, but require that the loan be called at the end of 5 years with the remaining balance due in a lump sum or balloon. I remember having to take out a loan in the early 1980s to buy a house. The best rate I could find was a 15% loan with a 5-year balloon. Fortunately, I was able to refinance the loan 4 years later and cut my interest rate to only 12%. End of page. Chapter start. 27%. Residential sales comparison and income approaches. Help. Documents. Email instructor. CH5 financing terms and cash equivalency. PG13 amortization, varying amounts. Notes print. Leave a comment. Amortization, varying amounts. Not all loans have a fixed rate. Mortgages with varying payment amounts appeared during the late 1970s, when we were faced with unprecedented high interest rates. Many people were forced out of the market when faced with having to pay 10%, 12%, or more to get a home mortgage. Graduated payment mortgage, a debt secured by real property, in which mortgage payments are usually projected to match increases in the borrower's income. The periodic payments start out low and gradually increase. These have a place with younger people or people with a new job. The presumption is that as time goes by and the mortgage payments go up, the mortgager will be earning more and be in a better position to make the higher payments. They would be able to qualify for a higher loan amount if the initial payments are lower. In qualifying for a mortgage amount, most lenders will loan up a certain percent of a person's income, generally in the range of 25% to 35%, depending on other factors. End of page. Chapter start. 28%.